My name's Johnny.
Drop it.
Hey, how's it going, Joker family? It's your boy Haha Joker, aka the Black Joker, back at it again. Another Madden video for you guys. So, as you guys know, we do have the new update out for you guys for Series 5. As you guys can see, my trophies, they were cut in half. Now I'm at 51, so I've already got the last Coach Madden that I need for this series now. So, for right now, we kind of understand how Series 5 works. So, before we go any further in this video, as you guys can see, I'm sitting at 2.6 mil. Shout out to my dog, Madden Beast. As you guys know, Madden Beast was someone that I, have known since I first started doing Twitch, since I first started doing YouTube. He's been there forever, and some of you guys might know him for some of my recent videos that, for my Oakland Raiders theme team, I would use his account for the Oakland Raiders theme team, and he allowed me to do that. Someone who I barely even knew much about allowed me to be on his account and use his team. Understand, there's like credit card information, debit card information on there, and he trusted me enough to go on his account and use his team. But since then, Madden Beast has been completely done with this game. He's had enough of the typical EA BS and stress that we've had to put up with for quite some time. I have a little bit of a higher tolerance of it since I've been playing Madden for a long time. But since then, he is now done, and he has now given me his coins to use for for whatever I want to use it for. But I specifically use it now for the Oakland Raiders team and wanting to complete it to pretty much the max. So therefore, I could get you guys better gameplay with a better Oakland Raiders theme team. Now, I've told you guys before what I think about the theme diamonds. This is probably one of their best, EA's best things they could have done, because now it gives a lot more leadway for theme teams as far as maybe if you want to go the fillers routes. But I like how they've put in old school players in the game. They brought back names that I never thought that would have been brought back. Jamal Lewis, Brian Westbrook, Taylor Mays, Nnamdi Asomugha. Like, they brought back a lot of players, and I'm really happy about that. That's mainly that. So now that that's out the way, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about the solos first. Okay, now how the solos play out is a little bit different than how the rest of the journey has been playing out. For these, you pretty much are just going for the stars. Okay, there's no packs, there's no nothing for the games. Okay, you're just pretty much going for the stars. So as you guys can see, we have Nat Theme Diamond, Nat Theme Diamond 2 third requirement, second requirement, and first requirement. Okay, and then you have the Journey 3 completion, which we don't know who the Journey Master is yet. We just gotta wait and see when they're gonna drop who the master is. But as of right now, that's what we have. Now I'm gonna go over the requirements real quick with you guys. But as you guys can see, we have right here, go to play with diamonds. The amount that you guys can do, as you guys can see, they're 5 stars. You go all the way down, you get 160 total. All right, that's if you get 5 stars for all of them. All right, so same thing with the Diamond Showdown. I believe this counts towards it too. You get the max stars you get, and there's another 160. So again, I don't know if they'll bring out more. Well, no, not more. I guess that'll be the max of it. So if you do all of them, you go ahead, it's full completion. So you got to get 5 stars for everything. Okay, there is no cutting corners unless you don't care about the journey. Personally, I don't really care about the journey completion yet. I'm gonna hold that grind off to another time. I just care about completing at least one of these Nat Diamond completions. So I'm gonna get into that right now. What that is, that goes into the sets. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, hop into the sets, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about everything else that the Series 5 update has to offer. Now, for the sets, we have Theme Diamond 2s. So I already talked about the master yesterday on who it was. It was Night Train, and of course these are the rest of the Theme Diamond new players we have. Okay, so we have Mike Brown, Taylor Mays, Eric Wood, Rod Smith, Josh Cribbs, who was also a Raider, Simeon Rice, Anquan Bolden, Antonio Cromartie, Will Shields, Edgerrin James, which I'm surprised he's back in it. Eric Williams, who was in a previous Madden from before. I remember him because I had a all Cowboys O-line, and that O-line was disgusting. The kicker for the Dolphins, Olin Mary, I don't know, I guess. Brian Westbrook, Crumpler, and, the list goes on. Kerry Hurst, Victor Cruz, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but yeah, that's what we have. So, primarily, if you go into one of these sets, you'll see that it's different than how it was before, where you had to just do golds and then whatever elites were left, okay? We have heavyweights, zero chills, core elites, football outsiders, team of the weeks. This one has a MUT superstar. Now, not all of them have MUT superstars. It just varies. This one has a veteran player. So you get like a different mix of different ones, okay? Now, from what I've gathered is that like the completion is that the third completion is pretty much your 80s, or it could be the opposite way. But I believe it's the top completion. I guess I think it's your third one. You get like a chance for an 80 Nat fantasy pack. So you can get any 80. I'm guessing it's 80 to 84 maybe. Yeah, maybe 80 to 84. And then the second one, you can get a chance for I believe whatever this MUT hero is. I think it's 86 to 80 or 86 to 88, which Khalil Mack's at 88. You can get a chance for those. And then the next completion set, which is the last one, you guys can get a chance to get a heavyweight between whatever Mike Trubisky's overall is, 89 to the 90. Okay? So, essentially, you can get yourself a free Theme Diamond player by completing the completions and the solos. Alright? So, again, if you complete all the completions and the solos, you guys can get a free Theme Diamond 2 player. Okay? Now, me personally, I haven't started yet, but I am sitting on 2 mil right now. Now, I am sitting on 2 mil, but I'm not going to be just blowing 2 mil just on whatever. Alright? I've already started on Nabi Asamoah, and I've already got a few of his sets done. Okay? A few of his things done. Now, here's what I want you guys to realize. Alright? People are pulling packs. People are trying to get these things done. Alright? There's no surprise about that. I'm going to come back to the sets. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, the most expensive player in that set is Roddy Hudson. Okay? He is going for around 80K for whatever reason. Okay? It's just, for some reason, he's that expensive. Whatever. Alright? So if I go to his set or if I go to the auction house right now, he's going for about 69K, 74K, 75s, 80s, 89s. People got him for from 126, 78. It's ridiculous. Auction house is crazy. They're overpricing these cards. It's ridiculous, right? But here's the thing. If you know how to snipe and you're somewhat decent at it, you can find some cheap people are putting these players for reasonable prices, because I ended up getting Roddy Hudson for 42K. Okay? So it just depends on how much you're willing to wait. I'm not prepared, or just because I'm sitting on 2.6, I'm not willing to just blow off X amount of coins just to get a set done. Alright, I'm going to be smart with it and kind of hold back off of that. To me, that makes the most sense. But, again, people got coins, I get it. Some people, you got, other YouTubers out there who can get away with stuff like that. That's fine. But personally, I'm sitting on 2.6, but I treat it as if I'm sitting on 200K. Alright? And AKA, I'm giving myself a budget. And I feel like that's the best way to do it as far as dealing with these sets, because understand something. These players are overpriced right now. Everybody knows this is not a surprise. But, like, just because they're overpriced, that doesn't mean you have to pay overpriced for these players. Okay? I just want that to be completely clear. So, I'll give you another example of what I'm talking about. Now, Hunter Renfrow, 85 overall. We knew this card was going for like 12K at one point. Something ridiculous like that, right? Right now, he's cheap right now. I'll go ahead and buy him for 19K. That's not bad. Now, before that 19K was up, just because I waited a little bit, I'm not trying to rush to get the set done. He's going for 54K, 42K, 35K, 21K. That was the cheapest one I've seen so far. And the price might have dropped down a little bit more, but you know, that's within my budget. I'll go ahead, I'll throw down for that. Okay, we already have Josh Jacobs. Now we have Hunter Renfrow. Max Crosby's another one. Eric Harris is another one. But again, some of these players, Eric Harris I can probably get rid of because I don't think Eric Harris will be starting for me anymore. Eric Harris is at my free safety spot. I already have Ronnie Lott at another strong safety spot. My plan is to take Taylor Mays, put him in a strong safety. It will be Taylor Mays and Jonathan Abram at the strong safety. Take Ronnie Lott, put him back to the free safety. Free safeties will be Ronnie Lott and Jordan Lucas. There we go. That's why that's my bad. LaMarcus Joyner. I said Jordan Lucas. That's a rapper. I'm thinking about LaMarcus Joyner. There we go. Now, that's my plans as far as the free safeties go. Okay, so I'm more than likely just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit the auction house, see what I can find out on the Max Crosby and the Eric Harris, see what the prices are going for, and I'll probably make a move from there. And I'll probably will be completing Nabi Asamoah this video, right? But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the other few things that we have left. So, Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman will not be starting for me. Okay? Just my opinion on it. Alright? I personally like Jamal Adams better. Okay? Now, I understand that I've seen a lot of people still use Tillman. Tillman's still a good player. He's a free player, so it helps out a lot. But I don't understand why I can't find Tillman right now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I was going right past him this entire time. So, I understand Tillman's still good. He's a free card, and he's usable. But, my Jamal Adams, no Kims, right? Has 1+ speed, more acceleration, has less tackle, but same play rec. Tillman has better pursuit, but Jamal Adams has better man, better zone, and better hit power. Stands a little bit taller, so Jamal Adams is gonna have to stay on my team. Okay, I don't have room for Tillman, but those are Tillman's stats. Okay, Tillman's not bad, like I said, but again, I prefer to keep Jamal Adams where he's at. He's playing very well for me. With that being said, as far as keeping players, I'm staying with Eric Dickerson. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. I don't care about the knockoff thing anymore. You only have 5 plays with it. I don't care. I'm sticking with Eric Dickerson. It's just the way it is. He's still the best player, best running back in my opinion in the game. He gets evasive. He can get spin. He can get spin cycle. He can get jukebox. He has good trucking stats, and he can have outside guru on him. And he still starts off with freight train. All right. Everybody knows in this game, as far as the run game, hey, you can break a run in 5 plays. As long as you can break a run and get that touchdown within 5 plays, hey man, that's all that matters. Okay, he's done his job. Okay, just having freight train on him for the rest of the game, that's just an add-on. But you only got 5 plays to score. I could probably do it in 2. All right, all you need is 1 good run, and that's it. But, anyways, next up, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the new reduxes that we have out. Now, I was looking up Darren Waller. I was gonna see what his power up is going for. It's going for like 147K. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if there are more Darren Wallers that hit the auction block. But right now, it's just way too much right now. Like, I'm not willing to spend that. But anyway, Series Redux, go ahead. and see what we have. We're not going to check out everybody that's new, but we're going to start with the 94s and 95s. See if we can find some new ones. So let's see what we got here. I believe we've already had Chris Johnson. Buda Baker, he's going for 268K now. Daniel Jones, 279. So some of these guys are, you know, fairly cheap. Derrick Henry's going for 331, around there, roughly 310. Somewhere's in that area. Khalil Mack's going for 582K. They got, you know, Sean Taylor still going for 800K. Sherman still going for 667. So some of these guys, even with their reduxes, they're still expensive. Again, the promo just dropped out, so it's gonna take a while for some of these players to drop down in price. But Chris McCaffrey, Chris McCullers, 265K. John Runyon's 300K. You know, let's see what else we got. Antonio Gates, 478K. Eli Manning's 500K. So, who did I just see? Luke Kuechly's 466. So a lot of these guys that had limited times, they've obviously dropped down in price. Primarily John Runyon, since I do need to pick him up. I've been waiting for his price to drop down, so he's definitely going to be a pickup for me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pick him up right now. So, went ahead, picked up John Runyon. Very happy about it. He is, you know, essential for my main team, so I'm happy about that, ultimately. Now, again, some of these players are very... I'm hoping Sean Taylor's price does drop down. Whether or not it does or not, it's more of a wait and see kind of thing. But I'm not willing to sell my limited time to find out when his price will drop. We can probably... I'll check it by free safety and see. Maybe it's just because there's so many other players in here. His is not... Nope. He's the only one right now and up. He's the only one up right now, and he's still going for about 800K. So, you know, it's going to take a minute for some of the top tier players, Sherman, Khalil Mack, Sean Taylor. It's going to take a while for their prices to drop back down for the reduxes. But, you know, these things take time. It is what it is. I'm not that worried about it. So, next up, go ahead, hit the auction block, and see what I can find out about the players that I need for Namiasimo. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, we're back here on the auction block, and as you guys can see, Max Crosby's 87 is going for 79K. Now we both know that he is not worth 79K, so I will possibly just have to wait him out and wait for his price to drop down a little bit more, because that is very expensive and I'm not willing to pay that for a write-in that is just going to go into a set. Okay, I don't like that, and it's just way too much, for at least for my blood. I don't know about anybody else, but I want to get Nambi, but I don't want him that bad to pay that much for that crap. So the other player that we also had up was Eric Harris. Now Eric Harris is, he's not as pricey, but he is pretty expensive. He's 58K. All right. Now I know this man is not 58K. Now I'll pick him up if he drops down to 30. I think 30 will be my max for him, but 30 and less for him, I just don't see myself picking him up. And the same thing for Max Crosby. Again, I get people want to complete these sets. They want to get their players and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, I'm not willing to spend that much on, you know, on a player that, number one, I'm not going to use, and that is just going to be going into a set. So again, if you guys wait these things out, the prices will drop. It'll make it more easier to manage, stuff like that. And again, you can just kind of go back and forth between, if you guys want other players, you guys can go back and forth in between. Like I started with Taylor Mays, and I started with Taylor Mays, but I got some of Taylor Mays' done. I picked up a few of the players already that I needed that were already going for cheap. But again, some of these players, yeah, they are expensive. Flashbacks, they're very hard to come by now. 45K, that's not bad for a flashback. I'll go ahead and pull that, okay? He was going for pretty expensive early on today when they first dropped this. He was going for like 80K or something like that. So as you guys can see, 85, 83, 75, 54, 50, and now he's dropping down to the 40s, which is where he's going to probably about even out because it's still an 86 overall card. But Andy Dalton, for instance, he's going for 60K. I'm not paying 60K for no damn Andy Dalton. That ain't happening. All right, I'm sorry. Geno Atkins, I think he was going for pretty expensive. He dropped down to 26K. He's not worth 26K, so I'm gonna kind of hold off on that. If he drops down to about 20K, 19, something like that, I'll go ahead and scoop him up. 48K for him, I'm not paying that. You know what I'm saying? So certain things, yeah, I'm willing to kind of wait off. Joe Mixon's probably the most expensive one out of this. 65K for him. I'm not paying that. So again, prices will drop for a lot of these players. It's just you gotta have that hold out and wait a little bit for some of these players to drop for these things. But anyways, guys, I don't want to make the video too long. That's ultimately what we're looking at right now. But you guys let me know your opinions on the Series 5. Are you guys happy about it? And on top of that, who are you guys going to start off with as far as doing the Themed Diamonds? Who's going to be your first Themed Diamond pickup? Mine personally is going to be Nambi. Now it's going to be Nami Asamoah. Second is probably going to be Taylor Mays. Alright? So you guys let me know in the comment section below those things. Also let me know if you guys want to see a gameplay on my main theme team or with my theme team. If you guys want to see a gameplay on either one of those teams, let me know in the comment section below. I promise you I will get it out the same day. Alright? So let me know that. But also, that's going to be it. Max level is going to be 90, so we got to start knocking some of these levels out. Get these level packs, stuff like that. Yada, yada, yada. You guys know how it is and with the series updates. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Please make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot, Joker fam. To the next one, guys. Peace.